using two API lots in the exhibit batches is the requirement, and this video is regarding the information and reasons why there is a use of two API lots in the exhibit batches for the regulated markets like US, Europe, and some other countries. US FDA has given clear information on to using the two or more different lots while manufacturing the exhibit batches for generic formulations for ANDA, and this information you can get from the question and answers document provided by the US FDA. As we know that the exhibit batches are manufactured to show the reproducibility, to show the process robustness, and to demonstrate that the applicant can manufacture the quality batches for the formulation. This video will focus mainly onto the reason behind using two different API lots in the exhibit batches. The main requirement is for using the two or more you can use. It is not like that only the two lots can be used. Different lots more than two also can be used, but minimum two lots are required to be used to manufacture the exhibit batches. Also, if the packaging materials or the packaging uh, affects the quality attributes of the formulation, then packaging lots are required to be used to pack the exhibit batches. It is required for ensuring the robust stability and for the regulatory compliance. So purpose of using the two API lots is to demonstrate the process robustness and to capture the variability of the different lots of the API. Also to ensure the product consistency and to meet the US FDA requirements for the stability of exhibit batches for generic application. Process robustness is required to be demonstrated, and that's why API lots are used. It confirms manufacturing process produces quality products, though there are different lots of the APIs. That means the exhibit batches are not the API lot specific. It validates performance despite minor API variations and strengthens the confidence in the process reproducibility. Because as we know, different API lots will have different values or different CMAs like particle size, bulk density, the impurity profiles, and some other quality attributes. That's why if the formulation is demonstrated to be robust with different lots, then it is it can be strengthened, or it can strengthen the process reproducibility. It captures lot to lot variability and assesses differences between the API purity and the impurity profiles. Because different lots will have differences in the impurity levels, differences in the total impurity levels, differences in the particle sizes, bulk density, and some other parameters. It is required to document potential variability impacting the stability, and using different lots supports comprehensive stability profile. It ensures product consistency, guarantees consistent quality, content uniformity, and performance, verifies that final product remains stable with different API lots, and it is critical for uniformity across the multiple batches, because whenever the product will go into the commercial phase, then different API lots will be used. Generally, 3 exhibit batches are required to be manufactured. So first batch with the first API, second batch with the second API, and third batch you can use the mixture of 2 API lots. Regulatory compliance: FDA requires stability data from at least 2 API lots. It strengthens the ANDA submission by demonstrating the robustness of the process. It increases the credibility with regulatory authorities, and it helps for the risk mitigation. It minimizes the risk of non-compliance in the large-scale production, identifies and addresses unexpected issues at the early stage in the process validation, exhibit batch stage. It provides safeguard against the variability related failures. Stability test studies and API lot variability. Stability studies determine shelf life and storage conditions of the product. Different API lots may vary in purity and impurity levels. So, if two or more API lots can be used or required to be used, then its data must represent variability under various storage conditions. So, it will capture the lot to lot variability data also. Batch requirement and additional considerations. 3 primary batches required for the stability testing. 2 batches manufactured from different API lots. Third batch can be from either lot or a blend of two. Special cases like nasal aerosols require 3 API lots because in this the API lots has a great impact onto the CQS. Packaging material variability is considered if the packaging material or configuration of the packaging affect the product performance. So using 2 API lots ensure the stability data is representative. It supports process validation, consistency and the quality control, and it suffices the requirement of regulatory authorities like FDA. So reduces the risk of failure. One thing I want to add here is that if the formulation contains more than 50% of the API content, or if the formulation is with high API load, then the effect of API batches, different API lots can be seen in the manufacturing and also onto the stability. Generally, 2 API lots are required to be used to manufacture the 3 exhibit batches. So whenever you get a question on this, always answer that minimum 2 lots of the API are required to be used to manufacture the exhibit batches. Third batch, you can take a single lot or you can mix 2 lots. But if you mix the 2 lots in the third batch, then it will be more representative, because sometimes in the production or commercial stage of the manufacturing, if one lot is not sufficient to make the batch, then another lot can be taken. So it will represent that stage also. Thank you for watching the video. Let's meet soon with such kind of informative video.